The history of the piñata. Most people believe that the piñata originates in Mexico and believe that the piñata is for birthdays, parties, and for special celebrations. China. Well, the piñata actually has its roots in China. When Marco Polo went to China, he saw how the Chinese broke piñatas for New Year's and how the Chinese would make piñatas in the shape of bulls, cows, and buffaloes. They would also decorate the piñata with China paper, now called tissue paper, which is used to wrap presents or place inside of gift bags for decorations. The Chinese would break the piñatas for New Year's and then fill with seeds and dried fruits. After the piñata had been broken and the seeds and fruits picked up, the Chinese would burn the broken piñatas leftovers and pick the ashes up and place them in small urns, jars, or pots and keep them at home for good luck through the year. When Marco Polo returned to Italy, he brought the idea back from China. Since maybe he could not explain the China paper or Italy did not produce the China paper, they just filled the stone water jars with dried fruits and seeds. The piñata was broken in the beginning of the Lent season, or the first Sunday of Lent. They would call it the Sunday of the Piñata. Piñata means fragile pot, which means a bunch of fruit or a bunch of flowers or a pineapple like a pine cone. From Italy, the piñata went to Spain. In Spain, the piñata was also broken during the first year of Lent, and the Spanish would call it the Fiesta of the Dance of the Piñata. The Spanish called it the olla, meaning fragile pot. They would also just fill the pot with seeds and dried fruits. It was not until later that the Spanish started decorating the pot with colorful ribbons and colored tinsel papers. In the beginning of the 1600s, the Spanish missionaries came to the New World hoping to convert the indigenous people of what is now Mexico. They really did not know how to convert the indigenous to Christianity. The missionaries maybe went around the area hoping for something that would help them communicate the Christianity message in a way that the Mayans would understand. Then they saw the indigenous breaking what was a form of piñata in the form of a stone water pot, which was adorned with expensive and beautiful feathers. They would break the piñata on the god of Huitzilopochtli's birthdays. The Mayan priest would fill the piñata with silver and gold trinkets that would fall onto the ground and would be left on the ground and given as a form of sacrifice to the god of war. The Mayans, who liked to play tricks on each other, would cover the participants' eyes with a bandana and would give false instructions as to where the piñata was. From there, the missionaries got the idea of the piñata. The missionaries would get an olla, fill it with seeds and dry fruit, and then they would give the piñata an ugly appearance. The very first piñatas would look like a ball with spikes. What a piñata means, The traditional piñata has 7 cones, each cone representing a mortal sin. The 7 mortal sins are pride, covet, lust, anger, gluttony, envy, and sloth. Shining in the sky, the piñata was a temptation. The candy and the fruit that the piñata is filled with represents the riches that a person will receive once converted to Christianity. When a person is blinded to break the piñata, means that even in the darkness, a person can still find the celestial road. The 33 circles that a person is given before the piñata is broken means that the 33 years that Jesus Christ lived on this earth, the piñata hung up high represents the heavens and the blessings that await from him in heaven. For him in heaven. The piñata stick means the virtue with which the piñata can be broken and how a person can overcome evil. The candy that falls from the piñata are the blessings that the person receives for faithful servants to God. The people given false instructions means how people can tempt you to do wrong or the wrong things. False instructions such as the piñata is high and it's not, or the piñata it is right and it's not. Once the piñata was broken, the person who was breaking the piñata was absolved of his sins, or was saved and could go to heaven after death. Nowadays, the piñata has no religious meanings, and it is used to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, posadas, and or a special occasion.